Hello and welcome to Livewire's C-Suite reporting season coverage. I'm Ali Selby and today we're joined by Aussie Broadband co-founder and managing director Phillip Britt for an insight into the company's latest full-year result. Thank you so much for joining me today, Phillip. Really excited for this chat.
Thanks for having me, Ellie. Great to be here.
As I mentioned in the intro there, you've just released your full-year results. What are some of the figures investors need to be aware of?
Look, we had a record year. We had revenue increase to 788 million, which was up 23%. A huge EBITDA result, which was 89.6 million, and that was up 52%. And overall, our broadband connections across the network have grown to 691,000 as at 30 June, but as at today have increased it to a further 715,000. So we're also off to a cracking start for this financial year.
Was there anything that didn't go to plan?
Look, from the results side of things, everything's run pretty good, but we've spent a lot of our focus over the last 12 months integrating the over-the-wire business into Aussie, and integrations are always hard, challenging, and when people are involved, it's always tough, but we managed to handle that pretty well, and we've started to see the benefits of that integration flow through into the numbers as well.
Some of the broker estimates for NPAT and revenue were a little bit higher than what you actually achieved. What do you think happened there?
Look, revenue side is always a tough one to predict, and that's why we haven't actually provided a revenue guidance for this financial year. But ultimately, it comes down to the bottom line for us, which that EBITDA result is at the top end of the guidance range that we provided.
Okay, how has Aussie Broadband been impacted by the current environment? There's obviously been inflationary pressures and the cost of capital has increased while wages are also rising. What has that meant for Aussie Broadband?
Yeah, look, we've certainly been impacted by the wage inflation piece, where Aussie is a totally onshore operation, so all of our call centres are based in Australia, and they're also mostly typically award-earning staff members. So we've seen overall wages increase by around 5% in line with some of those award wage increases and so on, so we have been impacted by that. But we've also been able to get some margin improvements through our technology that we run and get a bit tighter in how we manage things. So we've been able to offset some of that impact and not have it as affect the result as much as what it could have.
On the other side, on the consumer side, we're obviously also feeling the crunch with interest rates rising. What has that meant for you guys?
Look, we've been watching really closely. Obviously, Aussie's a premium provider. It appeals to the top end of the market, so high-speed plans, which naturally cost a bit more. And we've been watching like a hawk, basically, what's going on in the churn movements in those sorts of cohorts. But we haven't actually seen any impact to date on that cost of living pressure play through into our customer base and connections. So it's something we're acutely attuned to, but we're not seeing anything happen in that space at the moment.
Even despite all those headwinds, you continue to take market share, up from 6.5% to 7.6% over the past 12 months. Where do you see Aussie Broadband going from here?
Look, we've got our strong aspiration to get to 10% market share by 2025, so we're rapidly honing in on that and continuing to grow the base. We find we're still continuing to attract customers even in the tight market that it is, and we believe. And what we find is customers just love the brand. We're the most trusted telco in Australia, and people are putting out their trust in us to come and sign up with Aussie.
Are there any exciting projects or initiatives on the horizon that you want to talk about today?
Look, we're super excited about our business and E&G space. We're seeing a lot of growth in that area. Aussie's been known, obviously, for its residential and its broadband mix, but our business and enterprise offering is a whole range of things, from connectivity to cloud to security and all the things that businesses need. And we're putting most of our focus into this next 12 months into really growing that business and E&G space.
You spent nearly 3 decades in the telco industry. What do you think investors can expect over the next decade? We're obviously seeing amazing innovation right now across the tech and telco space. What can we expect over the next decade?
Look, I think we'll continue to see, obviously, tech remain critical, high-speed access in homes being a foundation. I don't think we'll see wireless technologies take over, say, fibre-based technologies. As NBN continues to change houses from copper-based lines to fibre-based lines, that will continue to improve what we see. And I think just generally we will become more and more reliant on connectivity and really good quality connectivity as we continue to work from home and play at home as well.
What should investors get excited about Aussie Broadband over the next 12 months? Is there anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah, look, I think it's really this business and E&G space. Whilst resi will always be our bread and butter, higher margins and improved profits are going to come out of that business and E&G space. So I think that's the one to watch for us and see how that plays out over the next really 12 months, 24 months. It's a slow burn in that sort of space. A deal pipeline takes a while, but we're seeing all the early signs that it's really going to work well.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time today, Phillip. I really enjoyed that interview, learning all about Aussie Broadband's latest result. If you enjoyed that too, don't forget to subscribe to Livewire's YouTube channel. We're adding so much great content just like this every single week.